Good evening, teachers and fellow friends. I am Liana and I will be representing my group. My group members are Jun'an, Sven, Yurang, and myself, and we are from One Commitment. So what is this project all about? It is to conduct an investigation whether the different color coatings on M&M candies exist as a single compound, and if the coating is not a single compound, how many substances make up for each of the color coating? Also, to compare the different coatings on M&M Skittles with that of the color coatings on Skittles candy. Are the substances that make up each of the color coating the same? If not, how are they different from each other? The theory behind the technique we used: we measured and drew a line across the filter paper horizontally so that we can have a starting point to put the dye on the line. We then used cotton buds to remove the dye from the M&M and Skittles to transfer the dye onto the filter paper. With the 4 strips of filter paper clipped onto the chopstick, we held onto the chopstick at a height and then slowly lowered it until the line on the filter paper is touched by the water in the measuring cup. We tried not to move it as the result might not be accurate. The materials needed are aluminum foil, filter paper, measuring cup, a pencil, chopstick, clip, cotton bud, M&Ms, Skittles, and a ruler. Here are the steps to our investigation. A piece of aluminum foil, which is about A4 size, was placed on the floor. The color of green, red, yellow, and orange of Skittles M&Ms were placed on the piece of aluminum foil, the Skittles on the bottom while the M&Ms on the top. A few drops of water was added to each of the Skittles M&M candies to dissolve the color of the coatings. 200 ml of water was poured into a measuring cup. A straight line was drawn on the 4 strips of filter paper, measuring 2.6 cm away from the end of each filter paper, labeled on the left of the filter paper as S for Skittles and M for M&M on the right side. Clip the 4 strips of filter paper on the chopstick, making sure that the end of the filter papers are arranged in a line. Use a cotton bud to dab on the yellow dye solution of the Skittles, then dab it on the line drawn at S position. Repeat for the yellow dye solution of M&M on the M position. Repeat step 6 for the color of green, red, and orange dye solution of the Skittles and M&M on the rest of the filter papers. Lower the chopstick until the line drawn on the filter papers touch the water in the measuring cup. The orange, M, move the furthest, followed by orange, S, yellow, M, red, M, yellow, S, red, S, green, S, and green, M. So here is our data. The green color coating of M&M is lighter as it rose higher than the Skittles coating, and the M&M coating disappeared after the filter paper is dried. The green color coating of the Skittles is darker as it rose lower than the M&M's coating. There is a faint mark of the Skittles coating after the filter paper is dried. The yellow color coating of M&M is lighter than the Skittles coating as it rose higher, and also a light trace was on the filter paper after it was dried. The yellow color coating of Skittles is darker than the M&M's coating as it rose lower and the Skittles coating disappeared after the filter paper is dried. The orange color coating of M&M is lighter than the Skittles coating as it rose higher and a light trace is still visible after the filter paper dried. The orange color of the coating of Skittles is darker than the M&M coating as it rose lower and a very light trace is still visible even after the filter paper is dried. The red color coating of M&M is lighter than the Skittles coating as it rose higher and a light trace is visible after the filter paper is dried. The red color coating of Skittles is darker than the M&M's coating as it rose lower and a very light trace is still visible after the filter paper is dried. For analysis, we took pictures of every process we did, and we finished doing the paper chromatography. We made use of the sunlight by shining through the filter papers to check for the dye as it might be faded. If we use the sunlight to see, we can see them more clearly and compare the dyes between the M&M and Skittles. For both the red and yellow colored dye, the M&M dye rose higher than the dye of the Skittles. In conclusion, we found out that the color of the dye of the M&Ms is lighter than the dye on Skittles. This can be proved in one of our pictures when the green dye was tested. The green dye on M&M and Skittles still has a faint mark on the filter paper. It was really unexpected and interesting. The color of the Skittles is darker, so there is more solution on the dye. When the water moves up, the solution blocks the water from moving up. Thus, it is more difficult to move upwards as compared to the M&M's dye. What we can do further on is to do the experiment several more times to get a more reliable and accurate result in order to have a better conclusion. During the experiment, we can improve by dabbing more of the dyes on the cotton bud to the line on the filter paper so that it will not be difficult to see after the experiment and when the water in the measuring cup touches the line on the filter paper. Here are the links from non-print media. Thank you.